From the East Tennessee Weather Center, here's your evening weather update with meteorologist Mike Witcher.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for checking in on your evening weather update. We do have some minor tweaks to the forecast for our Sunday evening during the early overnight hours. So I'll walk you through that coming up here in just a few minutes. It was another beautiful day around East Tennessee. We actually topped out in the low, mid, and even some upper 70s around the area. So can't complain with that. We had plenty of sunshine, a little bit of a light breeze as well. But let's talk about your weather headlines because it's going to be perfect weather all the way through our Saturday and really all day Sunday as well, with a little bit of a gusty evening Sunday as a cold front swings on into the area. That actually could produce a little bit of hail. And then a big drop of those temperatures with a chance for some frost as we get into next week. Let's go ahead and highlight your fire pit forecast here tonight. It's going to be a nice night for a fire pit all weekend long, really, to be honest with you. 69 degrees here at the 7 o'clock hour, 59 degrees by 9. So dew points are in the 40s. The air is dry, so once the sun goes down, those temperatures drop pretty quickly. Morning lows, Saturday, start off in the 40s. It's going to be a cool start to the day, but as we get into noon, anybody heading off to tailgating, by noon we're going to be in the mid-60s. Perfect tailgating football weather. If you're not heading down to the stadium until, say, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, we'll see those temps in the mid-70s. By kickoff, we're going to be in the low 70s, so that's nice. Sun goes down, and those temperatures drop pretty quickly as we get into the 10 o'clock hour towards the end of the football game. So, yes, we are talking about a cold front swinging its way into the area as we get into our Sunday. So these are those minor tweaks and changes I'm talking about with the forecast. Cold front by Sunday evening is just off to our north and west. Dry air back off to our northwest that will settle its way on into the area. But by 7 o'clock, as that cold front swings through, that's going to drop our dew points. And so the air is going to really dry out as we get into next week, and that's going to allow our morning lows to come on down. Now, let's pick up our timeline 7 o'clock at night. There's our cold front again Sunday evening. And the Storm Prediction Center has put us under a level 1 risk for some isolated strong thunderstorms. Damaging winds would be the main threat. So gusty winds associated with this strong cold front. Doesn't have a lot of moisture with it, but it does look like it could creep in to the Tennessee-Kentucky border as a chance for some strong thunderstorms. So once again, let's pick up our timeline 7 o'clock on Sunday night. Here comes our frontal boundary. The winds are going to be out of the south-southwest out ahead of it. These little cells right here, we've got some very cold air aloft. And as that cold air comes in, that could produce some hail. I don't think we'll have damaging hail. I think damaging wind gusts will be the main threat, and not everybody's going to get in on this activity. I think north of Interstate 40 is the best chance, but that's the biggest changes to the forecast would be Sunday evening, chance for a couple of isolated strong thunderstorms, damaging wind, and the likelihood of some hail as well. Again, you can kind of see how that's going to be painted. Not a ton of rain. Again, this is a relatively moisture-starved cold front, but we've got enough cold air aloft that creates an instability and also produces the hail. Morning low temperatures, we're going to be in the mid-50s on Monday morning, but then the bottom drops out and likely to see some frost advisories issued by the National Weather Service, I think probably across maybe the Smoky Mountains and also the Cumberland Plateau. High temperatures don't warm either, so a pocket of colder air is going to reside around the area through the first and middle part of next week. That moves its way on out, high pressure to our west. That's going to start to build on in, and so as we get into the latter part of the month, we may actually start to trend a little bit above average. That's what's the best about this time of the year. We get these cold fronts, it drops our humidity, drops our temperatures for a few days, and then temps come right back up. And the Weather Prediction Center is also predicting that possibility of a couple of isolated showers. So I would say Sunday right now going about 0%, but probably bump that up to about a 20% through the evening hours. So we'll keep you posted on that. All right, and as we wrap up the month, we're probably going to be trending on the drier side as well. So average to maybe slightly below average weather, which of course we desperately need the rain because the drought has crept back in just a little bit. The severe drought has moved its way southward from Brockwood to the Spring Cities over into parts of Ray and Meigs counties. As I want you to stay on top of the latest weather forecasts. You can always download the East Tennessee Weather app. It's a free app download. So make sure you check that out. Just search East TN Weather, all one word. Everything you need to know for weather here in East Tennessee. And if a couple of those storms become strong on Sunday evening and the Weather Service decides to issue a severe thunderstorm warning, well, you'll get notifications right there from your cell phone through the East Tennessee Weather app. All right, we sure hope you have a great weekend. Go Vols, by the way. Big old orange suits back, of course, on this Football Friday. We'll see you back here for the upcoming weekend and an update on that Sunday storm system. So check back in.